In this video, we will discuss some issues which are basically faced by NRIs who are holding shares in physical form. Now, the first and foremost issue is change of status. First, whenever a resident of India become a non-resident and he is holding any physical shares, so he can continue to hold these physical shares, but whenever they apply for get it dematted, there is an issue. First, they have to convert their status from resident to non-resident. They have to apply for whether they are holding any NRE account or NRO account. We will discuss about the difference about NRE and NRO account. And it should become more complicated if these shares has been transferred in IEPF. Many of you know about IEPF, that is Investor Education and Protection Fund, that was created for the protection and safety of shareholders, where dividends are not cleared from last 7 consecutive years. So the title of shares has been transferred to IEPF. So if you are holding physical shares and dividend not cleared from last 7 years, the title of shares has been transferred in IEPF. And if you are having shares in Indian resident status and now you have become non-resident, so first you have to intimate the registrar of companies that you have become non-resident. You have to change your status and then you can proceed for it. Now comes the vice versa case. If you are non-resident and you are holding some physical shares which are in non-resident status in company's records, and now you have become a resident of India, so you have to change status from non-resident to resident, and these can be dematted only in resident status demat account. Now have a look on a difference between NRE and NRO demat account. The basic difference between them is on the repatriation basis. Repatriation means the proceeds of funds. Suppose you sell some particular shares and you want to repatriate that fund from India to outside India. So this is NRE is non-resident external demat account. It is fully repatriable. And in NRO demat accounts, there is a restrictions. There is a taxation issue. There is a restriction of $1 million in a year. And the NRE demat account can be linked with only NRE bank account, and NRO, that is non-resident ordinary demat account, can be linked with non-resident ordinary bank account only. Now come the major problem, that is loss of share certificates. Many times due to change of address, if any particular company issue any particular corporate action like bonus, split dividends, or entity got merged or any new entity acquired that particular company, a share certificate that was issued would not get delivered, or if they got delivered but they might be not received to you. So if you are holding physical shares, you are not holding all the shares which were issued in corporate actions, or there may be a reason that original certificates may get lost over a period of time. In that particular case, you have to approach the registrar of companies, that is RTA, of that particular share, and you have to complete the formalities to issue duplicate shares or the entitlement letter for it. Change of address is very necessary if you want any communication or any further corporate actions and you are holding shares in physical form. You have to intimate or you have to send request for change of address with your residence proof, and I will say here you should send OCI card, this is Overseas Citizen of India card, with updated address. The reason behind this is if your shares has been transferred in IEPF, then they require the OCI card number and OCI card to be uploaded on the system. So if there is a mismatch between OCI card address and your address, your request will never get processed. So you should first get updated this OCI card address if it is not updated, and you have to send request to that particular company for change of address. In case of transmission of shares, that means any shareholder uh, is no more, or all shareholders are not there. You have to approach company with their death certificates, and as per CB guideline, if shares value of that particular shares that is in physical form is less than 2 lakh rupees, with the legal hire certificates or a family settlement deed, the change of name can be processed on the legal hire name. But suppose the value of shares are more than 2 lakh rupees, then in that case, will that is already probated, or a succession certificate issued by civil court is required in that case. And once you complete this process of transmission, then only you can process for any further thing. Change of signature is a major problem because over the period of time signature may got changed, and if you send any document to particular company, they may not be they may got rejected because of signature may change. So you can approach company with a request letter, and they may require any particular affidavit or a proof from banker to change your signature in their records. Now come the major issue, that is share transferred in IEPF. IEPF is Investor Education and Protection Fund, and I've already told you that share transferred in this if from the last 7 consecutive years dividend not cleared in your bank account. They can be claimed, but you have to complete documentation. Like you should have all physical shares. If you are not having physical shares completely, you can approach company to issue letter of entitlement. You should have had a Demat account number, whether NRI or NRO. So client master list should be there. You should have a functional bank account to get cleared your dividends, and that should be linked with your Demat account. And all formalities uh, like overseas citizen of India card should be there. So you should get it uploaded on the system and file on MCA 21, and the process takes around 6 to 8 months, and it get cleared. And even in this particular case, process, if you are having any query, in next slide my contact number is given, so you can approach. Feel free to call me. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you are having any query, you can contact on my mobile number given here, or you can leave message on WhatsApp. Whenever I got free, I will try to reply you.